Hello everybody. I'm just filming in my son's room right now because where my craft table is at the top of the stairs. So there's no natural daylight. I have to rely on lamps and ceiling lights. So I've already done this video and I just didn't like how dark it looked. So I've just come into my son's room. I'm just using this Thomas table just to bring this video to you guys. So I've decided to make my own scrapbooking kit. I just have to go on a spending freeze for a little while. But I have a lot of stuff that I really do need to get used up. And I have some really old stuff as well. So while none of my stuff may be all that current or new, I am still very excited to use it. And I just want to show you how I put the kit together and the stuff that I'm using. Because this is what I'm planning on doing my process videos with. Is this kit. I've never done this before, so I watched a few YouTube videos and I looked on Pinterest and then I looked on blogs of just the basics of how to put together a kit. So maybe this will inspire some of you to do this yourselves. Maybe you've already done it. If you have, let me know because I would love to check out your videos too. So I just want to get started and I'll show you what I've pulled. So I'm just going to start with the papers. Sorry, I'm just sitting on my son's bed and this is kind of a different way for me to film. So I started off with this paper here. This is a Stampin' Up paper. And I actually then started with a few pages from that collection. It's called Sycamore Street, I believe. And then there's this one here. And then there's this orange stripe. And then there's this blue pattern here. So that is the base of what I had to start with. And then I just built the rest of it from there. So then I found this brown stripe paper. This paper was from a paper pack called Dots and Stripes. I'm not sure who the manufacturer is because actually what I did with all of my paper pads was I pulled them all apart and then I've sorted my papers by color. So I just can't remember the manufacturer of this one, but I know the paper pad was called Dots and Stripes. And then if you watched my haul video, I did pick up this from Michael's. It's a Recollections and it's got some gold hearts on it. And then to continue with the gold hearts, I believe this was a pink paisley paper pack that came with gold and silver patterned papers. And then to go along with that, this has the gold foil in it too. And it also has the yellow to pick up from the yellows in the first, sorry, let's see if I can get this on here better. There you go. In the first paper here, there is some yellow in it. And this one is a We Are Memory Keepers. And it's called Geohectic Go-Go Gadget. Geohectic was the line that this came from. And then I pulled some My Mind's Eye papers. And these were all from a paper pad. And I went with this yellow hexagon. This one with the kites on it, and this has the orange and the blue colors in it too from the first two pattern papers, or I guess the first four because they're orange and blue as well. And then I pulled this blue grid. There's this little bicycle on the bottom which is really cute, and this is be the best you that you can possibly be. So I might incorporate that in, or I might just use it for the rest of the blue grid. Then I also pulled the blue vellum that I purchased in my last haul from Michael's. And then I pulled some just plain cardstock. I've got 2 pieces of white Recollections paper. I have a brown, almost like a craft brown. It's a tiny little bit darker than a craft brown. I have an orange, And I'm sorry, but I don't remember what company these two are from. And then this one is a Tim Holtz Coordinations paper. So, and then I have that one as well. So that is all my papers. And then I chose my alphas. And for the alphas, I've chosen quite a few. And I've chosen quite a few embellishments and alphas and stickers just because I haven't yet chosen my pictures yet. So I don't really know what kind of pictures I'm going to be scrapbooking with this kit. I just know that I need to get some of my stuff used up. So the first one is the DIY thickers in jewelry box. Then I chose the Bingo Chip thickers, and they're in like an orangey tone. Then I chose these hardcover thickers. I've had these for quite a while, and they're actually quite a mess in the package. So I'm hoping to get some of those used up so I can just, pass them on to my children to play with. I picked out some I picked out some Target Dollar Bin chipboard stickers in a craft tone. I picked out a Jelly Bean Soup Braised Brown Alpha. I know this is darker than the brown in the kit, but I still thought it went nicely. I picked out this 25th and Pine Basic Gray sticker sheet. I store my stickers in a box from IKEA by color, and so if they're too big, I just cut them apart so they'll fit in. I pulled this Recollections Gold Alpha, and then I pulled 3 small alphas and word stickers, and these are by My Mind's Eye. So that's it for the alphas. Sorry. Now let's go into the stickers, I guess, and the embellishments. So I pulled this little yellow bicycle confetti garland. These decorative label stickers, which I picked up at the Dollarama, which is the dollar store here in Canada. I picked up these basil. I pulled out these basil pleated border stickers, and there's an orange, and there's a craft, and there's a black, and there's the purple, and I might use the purple, who knows, we'll see what happens. I pulled out these Pebbles accent and phrase stickers, and just because some of the yellows and the oranges will go, I think, with the papers that I've chosen. I've picked up these little yellow bicycle shrink films, and what you do with these is you color them and then you heat them with your heat gun, and then they shrink into little embellishments. So I'm excited to try those out. This is a October Afternoon Daily Flash All Boy sticker sheet, and I know that some of these colors don't go with the kit that I've pulled, but they do have some of the colors that I do have in my kit. So even though some may not go, some definitely will. And I just want to at least try to use some of my stuff and open it up and use it. This one is Daily Flash Apple Cider. Again, this is mostly for the oranges and the teals that I've chosen this one. Alright. These were from Target, from the Dollar Spot. These are just some labels, and sorry, this glare is going to be bad, I'm sorry. And some hearts and some pink circles. This is from a package of Snap Studio Simple Stories label stickers. I pulled out the teal sheet. This is a Studio Calico sticker set that I've had for a long time. This is from 2012, and I've never used it. And I probably, like, let's say, would never use that pig one there. But if I could just use some of these brown toned ones, I would be so happy with myself. I have Basic Gray Fact and Fiction. This one has the oranges and the browns, and then this one has the yellow tones, and then that one's just neutral. So I'm actually hoping I can get that whole package used up. Even if it's just for layering, I just want to try to get some of my stuff used up, as I keep saying, sorry. These are Crepe Paper Boys Rules clothespins. These are Basic Gray Sparkling Rub-Ons. This is an Amy Tangerine Remarks sticker sheet, and they're, what do you say, 3-dimensional. And then this is a package of My Mind's Eye chipboard stickers. And I've pulled it for mostly all the yellows that are in these chipboard sheets. I could probably even use that on a page. It would probably match with the craft that I've chosen for everything else. So that's those. Okay. So I'd be happy if I could just use up some of the things from the packages. Or maybe full packages. That would be really nice as well. So then I've chosen a couple of stencils. So I've chosen this Heidi Swapp chevron. And then a Heidi Swapp, sorry about the glare. It's got some stars in the corner. It's got circles and it's got hearts. So I really like that one because it's got the 3 different patterns on it. Then I've also chosen some chipboard shapes, and these are very, I guess, boy, I think the collection was actually just called Boy or something like that. There's cars, that's supposed to be a football when you decorate it. There's stars, there's a sailboat. I can't remember who made these. Circles, there's letters, I can't remember what the letters spell out, but they do spell out a particular word. There's hockey sticks, there's frogs, there's dump trucks, there's all sorts. So I've never actually used these on any kind of layout either, and I would like to try to do that. So I've pulled those, and I've pulled my whole tub of wood veneers. I mean, this is just, I'm going to have it by me because I don't usually use up my wood veneers. They actually just sit in this box all the time, and I forget that I have them, and I forget to go and dig into all the different ones that I have. I have some that were made by a lady on the scrapyard, and I have like Studio Calico ones, and I have some jelly bean soup ones. These are jelly bean soup. So I need to remember I have these, and I need to start getting them on my pages. Because honestly, they just sit in this tub, and yes, it looks nice, but I need to get using them. Then I've also pulled something that I don't ever pull when I'm scrapbooking. I mainly use this stuff when I'm making cards. And I thought, you know what? Let me dive in, pick up some glue dots and some dimensionals. Like, see, like that's all that's left on that page. I need to get this page used up. Get some foam dots. My quick dry. I've got some of the Scotch foam tape. I've got my Tombow Mono. I've got glossy accents. I've never used this. I've probably had this for like 2 or 3 years, and I've never opened it to use it. I really need to start using some of this stuff. And then the other thing I did is I pulled out punches. Now the reason why I do this is the punches and all of these smaller adhesives I always use for cards. I always use my ATG for scrapbooking, but I don't use any of these other adhesives for scrapbooking. Or I don't use punches. So I've pulled out circles, I've pulled out stars, I've got hearts, I've got scallops. Yeah, because I really do need to start using my stuff more, not letting it just sit in containers in my scrapbook closet. So I'm really going to try to start using up some of this on my layouts. And not just keep it for cards, which I only make once in a while. It's not like I'm a regular card maker. I do always want to try to, I always have that goal in mind of trying to make cards ahead of time so that when somebody's birthday comes up, or Easter or Christmas or whatever it may be, that I always have them on hand, but I never actually sit down and make them. So that's a kind of like a goal that I have for myself this year, is to make more cards and get my scrapbooking all together and everything like that. Now, another thing that I usually only do on cards is stamping. So I have also decided that I want to try to incorporate stamping into my scrapbook layouts. I've pulled a few stamp sets, which you'll see in a minute, but I know along the way that I I have a little book and I have all my images stamped out in it. So I'll flip through that book before I start a layout and see if there's any stamps that I want to incorporate on the layout too. But I've already pulled the inks because what's beautiful about Stampin' Up, and I used to be a Stampin' Up demonstrator, so that's why I have some Stampin' Up stuff, is that I have the inks that coordinate with these papers. And if they coordinate with the 4 papers that I started with, they're probably going to coordinate with the other ones too. So I've pulled my Versamark because I also want to try embossing on some of my scrapbook pages. I've pulled this little Memento to Tuxedo Black, this American Crafts Gold. I have Stampin' Up Pool Party, Pumpkin Pie, Summer Starfruit, Island Indigo, and Crumb Cake, which is a very nice craft color. And then I've also pulled some sprays. I've pulled Heidi Swap Mustard, Mr. Huey's Warm Calico, and Mr. Huey's Audrey. So those are the sprays that I've chosen and the inks. Sorry while I just, put these back in the basket. Okay, there we go. And then I've pulled some little things here. I've pulled some gold embossing powder, some gold Martha Stewart glitter, some blue glitter. I've got some blue sequins here, and then a different shade of blue sequins. I've got 2 washies. This one is blues and yellows, and this one is just a thin white one. I've pulled this craft colored chevron ribbon. I've pulled this gold glitter tape. This Stampin' Up Island Indigo Baker's Twine. These are watercolor pencils. I've pulled this embossing folder because, again, this is something I would usually just use for cards. I've pulled some gold stickles. And then these are the stamp sets that I pulled. This one that says, I like totally love you. And this again has a little stencil with it. This Heidi Swap one, which also has a die with it to cut out all these different banners. This My Mind's Eye Boy Crazy, because this paper here, let's see if I can get this in frame for you. There you go. Has a rocket ship in it. And so I've got a rocket ship stamp, so I thought I could use that with that one. And then again, there's cars and a robot, and there's this cool plaid star and these arrows. I thought that one I could use. And then I pulled another mask. This one's a Studi Calico elongated hexagons because of that yellow paper that I pulled here. This one. It's got the hexagons on it. So I thought I could use that too to kind of, I'll see if I think that it would go with it. Or I could use that on another page. So that's all that stuff. Let's get this put away. I'm sorry that I keep bumping the camera. I'm just standing behind it for the video. And then I've pulled some papers just to make some embellishments with. Like this is a little textured craft one, a lighter shade of orange. Then I've just got 2 8.5 by 11 sheets of craft paper. And then I've got these artisan papers by Pink Paisley, and they're color resist. So I can spray these, and there's different, I don't know if you can see that, there's different patterns. I know there's a glare, I'm sorry. This one's like a doily. This one's like scallops, ledger, diagonal stripes, almost like a chevron, and then like circles. So I'm going to try those out. And then the last thing, yes, I believe, is all my little embellishments. So I have this Lost and Found My Mind's Eye Transparency that I've never used, obviously, because I have it in here. This is Dream, the Bigger, the Better. These are probably like cut aparts that I got from a pad of paper somewhere. I've got a few of the Recollections white tags. I actually have more of those. I just pulled a few out. This is from Basic Gray Knee Highs and Bow Ties, and it says come out and play with me. This is also from Basic Gray Knee Highs and Bow Ties. It's just a little yellow scalloped flag, I guess you could call that. I'm going to use it for layers, what I'm going to do. This is a My Mind's Eye. Sorry, cut apart from a 6x6 paper pad. This says Everything Boy. This again is from the Basic Gray Knee Highs and Bow Ties. This little Heidi Swap smile. I thought that was cute. And then I've got one that says Today, that's kind of in like an orangey color. And then one that says Shine in a yellow. I've got this little tag that says So Sweet. Can't remember where that came from. These I printed myself. So I've got a yellow one and then I fussy cut them all out. This is a Recollections tag. Another little orange arrow. I can't remember where that's from, I'm sorry. Another one of those little labels. That one's in teal. This little My Mind's Eye cut apart. This is the best day ever. And then I have some Project Life cards. Because although I don't do Project Life, I do like the cards. And I like to try to incorporate them into my scrapbooking. So this is what I like most about my life is who I share it with. I've got this little lighter teal chevron. This is one of my favorite memories. This one that says This Is Our Story. And I don't think I'll use this part. Like I'll probably cut this off and just use the top part. But you never know. We'll see. Another little chevron. An orange polka dot. This one that says Hello, Darling. This little guy. And I think I'm going to actually cut him out. Like I won't use the gray card. But I'll cut him out of there. If I use him. This little one that says Today. That one I know I printed myself. Another bigger orange polka dot. This little tealy circly dots. And then this one. So then that's all like the little bits like that. Just gonna move them over to the side here. There we go. Then I'll show you these little guys. So these are Stampin' Up. They call them, I think they call them candy dots. So I've got the orange, the blue, and the yellow. And then I've pulled some enamel dots. So again, I've pulled like a teal and a sparkly gold, a yellow, a creamy yellow, and an orange. And the reason why they're all cut up is I sort all of my stuff by color. So I've got bins for like one for yellow, one for orange, one for red, one for blue, and like so on and so forth. So I actually cut them up and I put them in little baggies. So like all these yellow ones would have been together in a baggie. So that's what I do. I've got some yellow gems. I've got the Stampin' Up dahlias and the summer star fruit. I've got this little card by Jolie's. I'm actually going to take it out of the package because, as you can see, look, I got this from, I think it was Big Lots. But because of all the labels, you can't see what it looks like. So it's this little orange card. I've got some Flair. The Flair are all by American Crafts. So I've got this little camera and this little, like, ledger one, I guess you could call it. And then I've got this yellow and blue Flair. Got some more little gems in a different orangey yellow. These two square gems. And then I've got all these little flowers that are from close to my heart. And these match really nicely too. See? And they're little paper, thin little flowers. They're very delicate. They're beautiful. Then I've got a little frame just sitting here by itself. And then I've got these knee-highs and bow ties basic gray flags. I'm pretty sure they were knee-highs and bow ties. I might be wrong, but I've got those there. And then I've got different colored buttons. I've got quite a few of them, but I'll show you the colors that I've chosen. And then I've got some sparkly, sparkly, sparkly Easter eggs. Because although I don't know what pictures I'm going to scrapbook, I know I have Easter pictures to scrapbook. So I thought I'd just pull those out instead of forgetting about them. I've got different colored and different sizes of brads. I'm just going to get them ready here for you so you can kind of see what they look like. Oopsies. So all like that. Some blues, some creams, teals, all different colors. I've got these little ribbon slides that are from Close to My Heart. And I've got these little arrows that you can put a brad through. And those are from Close to My Heart too. So that's that. And I believe that I have shown you everything. So thank you for watching my video. I am going to do process videos for this kit. So if you'd like to see how I use it all, just keep watching my channels for when I post new videos. And thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.